I am Jonyetta. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dyetta, where we discuss all things fabulous. You guys, I've been on hiatus, like maybe 6 months of a hiatus. It was a hot girl summer and I was outside. I traveled to Bali. I traveled to South France. I was in Vegas to see Usher. I went to New York to see Kendrick. Like, I went to all the places and did all the things, but I am back. And you know when I come like this, what it is. Today I'm gonna show you guys what my wash and go looks like now that my hair is longer. If you recall, I did a big chop in December 2019. It wasn't my first big chop, but I did another big chop, and I've been growing my hair out again since probably April 2021. And while I was enjoying my hot girl summer, if you follow me on Instagram, you should. If you don't, come on, let's get to it. But if you've been following me on social media, you know I've been trying all the things. I wore wigs, I wore braids, I wore faux locks. I recently started getting into like long braided ponytails. So my hair has grown quite a bit. I did go get a diva cut in, it is January, so I think I got that diva cut. I got it in November, so I just wanted to, you know, touch up the shape, and I'll be going to get another one in about 5 weeks or so, maybe 3 or 4 at this point, and I'll take you guys with me for that. But I wanted to just show you guys like what the routine looks like now that my hair is much longer than it was the last time I did a wash and go video. So before we get started, if this is your first time watching, I want to say welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. On this channel we focus on all things fabulous, whether that be lifestyle, fashion, travel, health, hair, makeup. So if you are a fabulous person, then get in where you fit in. We are welcoming you. I'm so happy to have you here. If you are a return viewer, I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me, and thank you for sticking with me through this hiatus. So as you can see, I've already washed and conditioned my hair, and what you're seeing is the leave-in conditioner that's in there. If you guys are unfamiliar with how I do my wash and go routines, I will link down below some of my wash and go playlists for you so you can see that. But what I have in here is my leave-in conditioner is this Giovanni 50/50 direct leave-in. This has been my boo since about 2011, 2012. I really like this. It's a nice light leave-in conditioner, but it coats very well. So in the shower, I wash my hair like I normally would. So today the shampoo that I used was the Design Essentials. I'll link all the products below. I did the Diva Curl Heaven and Hair as my deep conditioner, and then while I was still in the shower, just because I have been doing a lot of protective styling on my hair, I went ahead and put the leave-in conditioner in the shower, in my hair while I was in the shower, just so my hair could be as wet as possible. Because as soon as I get out of the shower, even if I spray with a water bottle, I do notice that my hair starts to dry relatively quickly, and I know that the best way to lock in moisture is to get it while it's very wet. And so I didn't show you guys that on camera, but that's what I did. While I was in the shower, I detangled with this detangling brush. This is a Felicia Leatherwood brush. I really love this. I ordered it from Amazon, so I will link that down below as well. And the styler that I'm going to be using today is this Bomb Ass Fro Curl Defining Hair Jelly. So I showed you guys this gel last year, again when my hair was much shorter, and I love it. Every time they have a sale, I get back to it. I stock up on it, and so they did have a Black Friday. See how much longer my hair is, y'all? So I have a spray bottle. There's nothing in here but water. And I'm just going back through, and I am going to re-wet each section. Again, I like for my wash and goes, my hair turns out the best when it is wet. And so same wash and go routine, just hair is a little bit longer. I have it sectioned with these alligator or crocodile clips that I got from the beauty supply store. I will try to find, this says BTL Braids Twisted Locks Professional. I will try to find these exact ones. If not, I will link something comparable down below in the description for you, so you can have access to everything that I am using. So this Bomb Ass Fro Curl Defining Hair Jelly is one of my favorites. It is a staple. Actually, the directions on it say that you don't need to use a leave-in. You can just use this as your styler. It says no flaky, no crunch, lasting results, definition. I like to always use a leave-in conditioner. My hair is naturally just dry. Even when I was on the creamy crack. I don't know what my dog got going on. Is somebody at the door? Be right back. Even when I had a relaxer and I was on the creamy crack, my hair was still dry. So it's not even because it's natural. That's just the way. So I hope you guys can see that. And what I'm going to do is, like I always do, start from the root and work this in with my fingers and shingle it through as I go. Got a little hang time there that I did not have back in the day. One of the steps that I have added to this wash and go routine, as well as I have a hooded dryer. I had one and I either donated it to Goodwill or I gave it to my nieces. Either way, I don't have it anymore. So when all the Black Friday sales were going on, I purchased another one. And I've also started sitting up under the dryer a little bit for my wash and go. That's actually the way that my hairstylist Stacy would do it if I let her style my hair on cut days. And I say if I let her because what I typically do for my diva cuts is I style it myself and then I go in and she'll just cut it for me. But I do know that when she, of course, would style it in the salon and then cut it, like she wouldn't just have me sitting in there with wet hair for the obvious reasons. Number one, it would take too long for my hair to dry. But I do notice a little bit more curl definition and some frizz if I sit up under the dryer. So I've started doing that as a part of my process as well. And what you guys see me, I'm looking over here, is because behind me I have like this huge mirror in this room, and so I'm just looking in the mirror, you know, making sure that I'm applying the product and coating each strand of hair as I go through. That helps fight frizz. It also helps with curl definition. Now, y'all have also heard me talk about how I'm always running late. I have dinner plans in about 2 hours. My hair ain't dry. I'm obviously not dressed. Whatever. So I'm going to at least sit up under the dryer for 20 to 30 minutes. That's my plan. And go from there. Alright, that's the first section. So I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me do this whole process. But, I mean, I might tell some stories here and there. So, like I said, I have been on a hiatus. I think the last video I posted for you guys was probably sometime in June. Thank you guys so much for the love and the reception. In that time, or since last year, I have been able to monetize my channel. So I appreciate you guys for that, because I would not have been able to do it without the views or the subscribers. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you guys for continuing to even like watch my old videos while I've been on this hiatus. I've been seeing, you know, the likes go up on a video that's even a year old. My fibroid surgery video, you guys really came out and showed love for that. So thank you so, so much. One of the things I will say is actually coming up. So today's Saturday. On Monday, I have a follow-up from said surgery. And so my plan is to take you guys with me on that follow-up appointment. I know my doctor will likely do a ultrasound. And I think this is the last time I will see the surgeon who performed that fibroid surgery. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link that here. I had 56 fibroids removed in June of 2021. I had a myomectomy, which means I opted to keep my uterus and my ovaries, and just each individual fibroid was cut out. And so I did a 6-week vlog taking you guys on the journey with me on everything from surgery day to my recovery. process with that. And so again, thank you guys for the warm reception on that. It was a bit uncomfortable at first. I didn't want to. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. If my armpits, it's winter. Ain't nobody got time for that. If anybody, I don't know if okay, here's the section. I was gonna say, I don't know what section I just took out. If anybody is not familiar with fibroids, or if you have them and you're just curious about like what a myomectomy process is like and the recovery, I know there was a lot of curiosity on my part, and I was just really nervous, not about the surgery itself, but like what it would feel like after, like the recovery process, the pain level. I know everybody's like pain tolerance is different, and I had a great surgeon. I had a great surgery. I had a great recovery process. It did have some challenges, of course. Like I have a C-section cut, and so healing from that, I could not drive for 6 weeks. I could not exercise for 6 weeks, and just the recovery from that. It was a journey, but I can't say it was bad at all. And my hope and my wish is that every woman's journey is like that, if you do have that surgery. And I know, like I said, everybody's pain level, tolerance, and recovery is going to be different. But God definitely had his hand on me through that entire process. And so it was uncomfortable to be that open and vulnerable and sharing like so much of my personal life, because it was not glamorous at all. But I'm glad that I did, because a lot of women suffer from fibroids, and I don't think it's something that we talk about enough, especially like Black and African American women. And so yeah, so I will take you guys with me on that. I do have some travel vlogs that I need to release. The problem is editing. Like, so my trip to Bali, I was gone about 10 days. My trip to France, I was gone about 10 days. Probably 8 or 9 for that one. So I went to edit the France vlog, thinking it was going to be the shorter of the two, because it was a shorter trip in general. And you guys, I put all the video footage that I have in iMovie, and it is almost 4 hours worth of video that I recorded while I was there. And so I politely looked at that and closed out iMovie. So I'm gonna try to do a better job of being consistent in 2023 with YouTube, and for me that's gonna mean actually getting out there and editing the stuff that I've recorded over the last year, because when I recorded it, my intention was to share it with you all. And so I don't want to just have these archives of all these memories that I didn't share. So what I know about travel vlogs is that it inspires some of you. It gives you tips. It gives you, you know, information that you might be looking on, like it did with the fibroid video, right? And so I don't want to like have all this information and goodness and keep it to myself and let the spirit of laziness keep me from sharing, because just like I watch YouTube videos and get inspiration and information, I know that you guys do too. And so that's what I'm here for. I've also been thinking about like the direction that I want to take my channel. I have had so many people tell me, like, y'all, I have lived a fun and fabulous life, but it has also had some challenges, some ups and downs, and I have like a lot of just like stories that if people did not know me and I told them some of these stories, y'all be like, you lying. And so everything from just like dating to friendships and travel, and I just have so many stories, and people have told me I'm an awesome storyteller, and I just need to like sit down and just talk and tell the story, sort of like I'm doing something now, but I'm talking to you guys. And so I'm thinking that I might take that direction, so it'll probably be a little bit more even just me telling the stories of things that have happened in my life, because honey, I got some good ones, child. So I'm thinking about pivoting that. What I'm gonna do now is, and I should have thought about this, is I'm trying to stop splitting my hair down the middle, because what it's starting to do is it's going to create like a permanent part in the middle, which I don't want to do that. So when I was in the shower, I didn't think about it. Well, actually I did. I just didn't have another gorilla clip or an alligator clip or a crocodile clip. And so I was like, well, four sections it is. So I had another one, but it was just not in the shower with me. And I wasn't gonna go out and get it. So I will be more mindful of that the next time I start my wash day. But yeah, I literally had braids, some type of braids or locks in my hair from April until October. I'm so glad that God has favored me and I still have edges, because listen, that's a lot of protective styling can be great, but as you know, you do have to be careful about tension. So I still have edges, but I've noticed, so I'll be 42 this year. I have noticed that edges and things like that just don't grow back like they used to. And so I want to be mindful. So even when I had the braids, I stopped putting them like up so much. I would just let them hang in the way that they were braided, especially because I was wearing like a lot of box braids. So just trying to be mindful of edges and hair thinning and breakage and tension and stress. And so now that I've gotten into the wonderful world of ponytails, I actually, you know, love it. So this is pretty much not just a wash and go video, it's a catch up video. Filling you guys in on the last 6 months of life. Now this is where stuff gets interesting, because as I style my hair, I'm putting it in my eyes, which makes it harder to see, but you know, when it dries, it does start to shrink. Look, we're gonna scoop all of this out the lid too. There, so you guys see this? Even though I tried to comb it, this part that I have started forming in the middle of my head is becoming like a permanent thing, whether I want it to or not. So I'm trying to get out of the habit of combing it that way. So as you can see, I have applied the product throughout my hair from root to end, and now I'm about to go sit up under the dryer and let this dry. All right, y'all, I am back. So I sat up under the dryer for about 35 minutes. I had it on medium heat. The perimeter externally is mostly dry, but it is still damp, and as you can see, all of the conditioner hasn't evaporated, so this section right here is still wet for sure. Right there, ooh, that's really wet. This section right here is the most wet, but at the crown it's mostly dry. I might diffuse. I really don't want to diffuse it, so I'm back. Blah blah blah. So I'm back with my hair dryer, handheld. Nothing fancy about it. I got this at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's many moons ago, and the reason I picked this one is because it came with the diffuser attachment, and then it also came with like the smaller concentrated attachment. I don't use that, and if you don't know, like diffusing helps control the airflow to your hair so that your hair is just not like gone with the wind and flying all around as you dry it. I'm gonna for sure hit this section right here because it is the most wet, and then this section right here, so the longer pieces that were still like not fully covered by the hooded dryer. And I'm gonna put, so the options on this are low, medium, and high heat. I'm gonna put this on medium heat and see if I can help with the drying process, because I don't want to pick it and start lifting it and it's still wet and then I give myself frizzy hair, because I'm going for definition. Okay, so I diffuse it for about 10 minutes. I'd say it's about 90% dry. These sides right here were still very much so wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get dressed and continue to let it air dry, and then I'm gonna come out and start to like fluff it and shape it with some type of oil on my hands, and then go from there. All right, y'all, I am back. I say at this point my hair is about, I would say 95% dry, maybe even 97. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use, let me wipe this off. Got a little product buildup on it. This Afro pick. I have this Shine of the Times High Gloss Hair Mist. This is by Giovanni. Same brand that made the leave-in conditioner that I use. And what I'm going to apply to my hands is this Design Essentials Natural Coconut and Manoi Deep Moisture Oil Treatment. I just like to put this on my hands to coat, so I won't be just causing frizz with my like dry hands. And so what I'm gonna go, just what I'm doing is just going through and fluffing it up, breaking up some of that gel cast. So the gel cast is like the hard crunch that you feel on your hair from the gel or your styling product once it has dried. And so now I'm going to just go in with the Afro pick and just start lifting at the root. So you can already see a big difference. This is my left, so probably you're right. So just adding in some volume. So you see, that wasn't bad at all. So again, this is day 0 hair. Just go in and lift like this, like that, as Tabitha Brown would say. Or at least she says something like that. Now, because I have all that other oil on my hands, this is hard. Y'all, struggle. Okay. So that added a little sheen. Now, I'm not gonna suggest that y'all do this. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist, and so what I tend to do is like as my haircut gets older and my hair starts to grow out, when I notice like certain sections are falling differently, I sometimes just go in and bump them the little scraggly parts that just don't fall in line with the rest of the cut. So in this instance, that was my bang. I'm gonna leave there, that. And in some pieces I don't cut, because sometimes you can just, it's just a matter that the hair is just sticking out, not necessarily that it's grown that much. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Look. So this is my wash and go on my much longer hair. Because listen, about this time last year, it was very much so given curly afro, but the shape is starting to come back. And I tend to like to get my diva cuts in like a heart shape. And so it's so awesome to see that that's coming back. And like I said, the next time I go get a diva cut, I will take you guys with me. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed our catch up. Again, my desire for 2023 is to come back and be more consistent and figure out the direction that I want to take with this YouTube channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the box. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you never miss the upload of a new and fabulous video. I also want you to follow me on Instagram. I am Dieta over there as well, which is just an abbreviation of my name, Donyetta. And that is more real-time updates of this fabulous ride that I call life. I will link everything that I can find in the description box of the video. And if I can't find the exact product, then I will link something similar, especially like when it comes to like the clips and whatnot. the Afro pick, things like that I use. Those should be easily available to you and easy to find. And until the next time, stay fabulous.